Hello,
Hello.
and welcome back to Firmed Fridays. It is episode 13 of Firmed Fridays, a sneaker show that we host every single week. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm Jack.
And I'm Max.
And if you've made it this far into the Firmed Fridays saga, or if this is your first time, buckle up.
Strap on.
Because we've got a load of unboxings again this week. Got a few bits of news to talk about, which we haven't gone through in a while now.
No, it's mainly been unboxings.
Mainly been unboxings.
We've also got some new kit.
We've got some new kit. You might notice the microphones on us that are probably flashing, hopefully, if we've turned them on right. Yes.
Yeah.
We're upgrading a bit because we're doing a few more events. We're going out in the wild a bit more. There's that the famous Firmed clip says we're going on tour.
Yeah.
So bear with us in terms of technology.
The Firmed Safari.
The Firmed Safari.
Cool.
So if it sounds terrible this week, I apologise. Because we're still figuring things out. But thank you very much for coming back if you've seen us before. Thank you very much for tuning in if you're new. Few unboxings this week.
Few unboxings.
We've got a bunch of Nike again.
I know. I was thinking about this all week, mate. I bet that might have clicked loads. Because I proper raised my voice. No, I know, because I was thinking about it. Like, we had loads of Nike last week. We had Jordans and Nike. And then we've got loads of Nike this week.
A lot of Nike.
Is it? I don't know. Have we got a bit? Do you think we've got a bit of a bias on what we get?
I don't know if we've got a bit of a bias. Because I've been thinking about this as well. Because we are unboxing a lot of Nike. It's true, but there's a lot of Nike releasing.
I know. Yeah.
Honorable mentions. We've unbalanced Samba's on here. We've unbalanced. Unbalanced? Why was it? Because I was trying to say New Balance.
Yeah.
We've done New Balances
New
as
Balance.
well.
Yeah.
So we're not that biased. It's just for the past few weeks, there's been some big Nike releases, and you know what the Nike machine's like. They're just ramming it all out.
Yeah, because I've been doing the release calendars and stuff like that for upcoming and what's been, and it's just Nike.
Yeah, it is a lot of Nike. Maybe. I mean, tell us if we're wrong.
Yeah, maybe when I'm flicking through like the different websites where I get all the dates from.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just gravitating towards Nike just by. But you know,
who knows?
We'll
do our best to keep it unbiased because we don't really have biases. We do just like reviewing and stuff.
Yeah.
Before we get into the shoes, the way we always like to start out, how the devil are you?
I'm good.
What have you been up to?
Not much apart from taekwondo.
You do taekwondo now.
I what is it? I wanted to do it in November. And there was no one really taking anyone on because of the Christmas break and stuff like that coming up.
Yep.
And yeah, so I started the new year just because I wanted to do it. I wanted to learn a new skill. I thought, why not? I've never done any combat sort of sport ever, so I just wanted to try something new, and it's really fun.
Cool. That's mental, isn't it? Because I mean, for the Firmed OGs who have listened to plenty of episodes, you know, I tried jiu-jitsu and I was terrible at it, but you've gone for it,
mate. Yeah, I feel like jiu-jitsu. I don't know. I think it's a bit more of an acquired taste.
It is
because
very.
You're not hitting stuff.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like jiu-jitsu is quite nerdy. Not in terms of like only nerds doing it, but you get like proper geeky about it if you do it. I'm all into that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's a problem, but I think you got to be obsessed with it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think that's a valid point.
But that's class, mate. I'm glad you're doing something because I think for 12 episodes you've just said done now, been work, go gym.
Nah, it's not been that bad. That was like the first 5. First 5 it was like that.
Yeah.
But then I kind of started to do a little bit more.
You started to do a little bit more. Absolutely, man.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm back at work now. I still have the day job. I had 2 weeks off my birthday, so obviously I went to Amsterdam. Had a week off just for pretty much working on firm stuff. And I'm back at work and I feel really disillusioned because working on firms like such a passion project. Like I'm really into it. I'm trying to make it grow, and I go back to work, and sometimes I'm just like, it's the day job, isn't it? I love everyone I work with. Like I really enjoy the work we do, but also
it's work.
It's work, innit? Like it's not where my heart is.
Reality.
So back on that. It's Friday. It's Firmed Friday. We're recording this on the Thursday. But we'll go through what's happening this weekend because we're appearing at KicksnCoffee.
Ooh, we certainly are.
I think we'll feature this a bit more later in the episode, so stay tuned for that. But I just want to shout it out now because
Why not?
2 days, 2 days and then we'll be there.
Yeah.
We're We'll leave it for now. We'll
Leave it for
park
now.
it.
Yeah.
If you can get to the news section in the middle, I'll definitely drop all the info in there, and I'll do it at the end as well. What's been happening in the last week?
All right. So
Shoes-wise, we've done
shoes-wise.
the
So releases. We've had a few things released because
Yep.
we've had a load of shoes to unbox. We've kind of got stuff in from previous weeks and
Yeah.
thought we won't take up so much of the episodes with unboxings. So we're going to start in chronological order. The 23rd of January, there was the re-release of the Nike Dunk Low Valerian Blue.
Yes,
Which is
the
cool.
Valerian Blues. I didn't know a massive about them.
No.
We had a big conversation at the start, or at the end of last year, about general release dunks and
Yeah.
the direction they're going in. They actually made it onto our like flop of the year list.
Yeah, they did.
But
Believe it or not, we get a lot of dunks in there still.
saying that, like last
Yeah.
week we had the Dark Curries in.
Yes.
Or was it the week before?
It might have been the week before.
It was the week before.
but-
We had the Reverse Curries, Dark Curries, whichever
Yeah.
ones they are.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this re-release stuff.
I like it. I mean, it's a general release, but it's kind of like the retro in them. Not
Yes.
retro, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
like
not
those
officially a
the
retro.
Curry ones. They were from Japan, like 1998, 1999.
Yep.
What about these Valerian ones? Do you know a lot about them?
Well, these first released in 2022, so 2 years ago.
Okay, so yeah, it's not like a retro, is it? It's generally just a re-release.
Yeah, I think they probably released at the start of the end of the dunk, maybe.
Right.
Because these were still really popular and they were really expensive on secondary platforms, on secondary market. So the retail for £110. Now going back to how high in demand they were reselling for £170 a year ago today on the 2nd of Feb. And they're now reselling for £100 on StockX, which is £10 under retail.
So the market's flooded, basically.
Yeah,
You're able to get them. If you want them, you can have them. And Max, did we get them?
We got them.
We absolutely got them. So we will unbox those very, very soon.
Yes.
We can unbox them now. Nah, let's go through the rest of it. Let's go through the rest of it.
Yeah, let's go through the rest of it. So, what have we got here? So, on the same day, we had the Nike Dunk Low Premium Valentine's.
So were these SBs?
No, these were just
weren't
normal.
SBs.
They were premium dunks.
We see a lot of work from Nike around Valentine's Day and around holidays in general. Like
it's a traditional song.
Yeah, they do like a Valentine's pack and things like that, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's good to see that. It's good to have some to look at if we got them. Did we get them?
We got them.
We absolutely got them. So we'll unbox those in a minute as well. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, I'm absolutely right. It was me saying it. The Valentine's packs are always really interesting. I really liked some of the Air Forces they do for the Valentine's packs. They always kind of bang. But it's be interesting to look at these. There's 2 dunks we've got now.
2 dunks.
2 dunks. What else came out this week?
So on the 26th of Jan, more recently, we had the Nike SB Dunk Low Court Purples.
Ah, the Court Purples. Yes.
Nice little re-release.
I follow a guy on Instagram. I believe he's called Sneakernomics.
Okay, I like that name. That's a cool name. Sneakernomics, shout out to you.
Hang on. Yeah, Sneakernomics, and he did a really funny bit about the Court Purples coming out. About like people saying they didn't like pandas, this, that, and the other, and then like they're wearing Court Purples, which are really similar.
Yeah.
So sorry, that took me a while because I was double checking. I wanted to shout them out properly.
Yeah, shout out.
Court Purple SB. They're not SBs. They are SBs.
They are SBs.
SB dunks. Did we get them?
We got them.
We got them. We're going to be unboxing 3 sets of dunks today. It's a mega dunk unboxing.
Mega dunk unboxing.
Absolutely class.
That's the title.
We've gone through the dunk. We're not out of fashion with dunks, but we just wanna, they're new. We got to unbox them.
Yeah, I think they're still super relevant, especially say if it's a holiday themed one, if it's a re-release of a pretty big dunk or an SB especially. So we do that,
Cool. So in terms of the Mega Dunk unboxing episode, that's the name of this episode, Mega Dunk unboxing, or something similar. We, as per usual, we have the Soul Cube right here. We aim to put one of the shoes we unbox from each episode in the Soul Cube and name it kind of like Sneak of the Week, can commit it to the Soul Cube. What I'm planning to do as well is when we get to the end of the year, we go back through all the shoes we've put in the Soul Cube and then look back through that list and say, like, was it worthy of going in there kind of thing. So I'm working on that list. But yes, Soul Cube. I'll talk about them very soon. Where do you want to start with unboxings?
Well, there's just 2 more releases that we mentioned in previous releases.
Well, I was going to say let's unbox these first and then end with what else came out.
Okay.
I know where to get those.
I like it.
Cool. Where do you want to start? I think we've got one SB and we've got 2 general release kind of Nike Dunks. Do you want to start like SB in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
I like that.
I'll
I think
grab whatever this is first.
I know which one's which.
Okay, which one do I do first?
That one.
Okay, we'll do this one first. So,
Okay.
Max, what we got?
So I can tell by the box.
Yeah, it's a bit beat up.
Nike box, Nike Dunk box. Yeah, this was a delayed parcel.
Yeah.
So here we go. We have the Nike Dunk Low
Ooh.
and the Valerian Blue. I'll give you that one.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
Yo, you know what?
Yeah.
Take a look at those.
Kind of nice.
They're very nice.
Yep.
So, I'll just run through some details. We've got it's all leather. Very nice leather, actually.
Yeah.
Considering it's a re-release, I'm a big fan. It feels quite... we've obviously been seeing some shit leather recently, like the Jordan 3 Midnight Navies, things like that. This looks nice. Not many creasings coming out of the box. A nice dark blue. We've got on the tongue tab, there's a red Nike logo, and on the back we've got red Nike embossed. Classic Nike Dunk sole. Smell test.
Any good? They all right?
No.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't smell of anything.
They're a couple week old now, aren't they?
Oh, I suppose.
They've
They've been in firmed HQ warehouse.
Firmed HQ warehouse, yeah.
Yeah, I get a little bit of smell. All right,
Mate,
I'll let it off.
Right.
What are you saying?
First impressions? I think they're really good.
First impression is very nice.
Yeah,
a very
Go on.
a cool take. Like obviously, people are sick of pandas a little bit. This, that, and the other, whatever. But with the red detailing, it makes them pop a bit more.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
nice.
that extra something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a solid colour.
Is the red detailing on the pandas?
No.
Yeah, it's just white and black.
That's on the highs though. On the mids or the highs, can't remember.
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
mids. Sorry, yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, a nice simple colourway. Really wearable, £110, and they are still sat everywhere. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, actually, they only released on Nike, so they're only sat on Nike in a full size run. But
For 110 quid,
yeah,
very nice. Very nice.
It's all right,
you can style them with a decent amount. The blue's not. It doesn't pop too much, but you
No.
can tell it's not a panda.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I think that's the difference, isn't it? Like
yeah.
you wouldn't look at it and go, "That's a panda." You can tell the blue tinge. Very nice.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't usually go mad over them. The
Yeah.
laces seem a bit different to a lot
Do
of
they?
Nike products I see. I wonder if they've changed the material
They
recently.
could have done. It's been a while.
I tell you what, they might sound a bit mad. The laces look a bit more like recycled. So when you see that, or plasticky, right? So when you
Okay.
see like recycled material, it's a bit shinier. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not because of the camera. They're just a bit shinier of the lacing. I could be wrong, but we unboxed a lot of shoes, and I
Yeah.
feel like that stood out to me a little bit more.
Yeah, fair
We'll
enough.
check on the other ones as well.
Yeah,
But a very strong contender for Dunk of the Week,
yeah. I think when these first released.
2022.
Yeah,
You say?
so we started firmed in 2022, but
Yeah.
this was the very start of 2022. So I wasn't around, we weren't around when these first dropped, and they were probably selling out instantly.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just
Well, I mean, like a £70 fall off in terms of price is
Yeah,
big
well-
when they only retail for 110.
yeah, the dunk market is oversaturated as it is.
Yeah.
You know, the people aren't into them as much.
But
Or there's new trends, but
very nice.
solid shoe nonetheless. It doesn't mean it's a bad shoe. We'll dash them.
Definitely not. We'll go for Dunk number 2, and we'll do an SB
Ooh.
just to break up the pile.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got a purple SB box. We were talking about SB boxes the other day, weren't
Yeah,
we?
mate. Yeah, and it's still not the one that we agreed that it was.
Yeah, no.
because they changed it.
This is a pro, though, isn't it?
No.
Don't know then.
Is it a pro? It is a pro. So
Yeah,
that
I
is
told
why.
you. This is
Sorry.
a pro. We always
Yeah.
get confused. I really like packaging and stuff, and I can never nail down in
Yeah,
my
it's a
head
pro.
what stuff is. So, yeah, I'll unbox them this way. So these came out. The not massive hype, but these are the caught purple dunks. These are Nike SBs, the pro models. So we usually see a little bit better materials. I'll give you one. And I'll have a bit of a chat through them. Things we usually see with Nike SBs. You see the wood gradient paper. We usually see those on SBs. It's like skateboard stuff. Fat tongue. Fat laces. Usually a bit more padding inside because it is a skate shoe. Those are the main things, really. They're a bit fatter. They're a bit comfier. They don't look like an SB until you look on top. So obviously that looks very SB-like, but then you look at the side silhouette, and it is, I don't know, it's kind of deceiving. Ooh, very nice smell.
Yeah, nice smell in it.
Nice smell. So, what do you think?
Again, you can't really go wrong. It's a simple colourway for an SB. SBs are often quite loud.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice. Just looking at quality control. Bit of like glue here.
We always do quality controls on these shoes. All the shoes that we unbox, and I've seen people saying, "Oh, well, they're not like that on all of them." This and that. Especially when we did the Ishods, Ishod wears.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it how I see it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there's bad quality control on them, we had 3 pairs of those Ishods to look at. Max had a personal pair, and then we had both colours to unbox, and all 3 of them didn't have a very good
quality control.
I'm not trying to beef. I'm just saying, like, if I see bad quality control, I'm gonna tell everyone.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, facts.
I think there's a nice core purple's always been kind of one of my favourite Nike colours.
Yeah, well, they've got the Dunks, they've got the ISO Pros, which we had.
Yeah,
with the gun bottom.
There's the Jordan. They did a really nice Jordan 1 court purple, which came out a few years ago, which I was really happy with. Yeah, court purple's always one of my favourites. I don't know what the origin of the colour is, but just looking at some detailing. So obviously you've got the back strap. I can't remember what this bit's called. Back strap with the wings on. In the purple, we've got the purple bottoms, and the rest is just standard black. Quite nice leather. Quality control's not that bad. Usually on SBs we don't see, well, SB Dunks. Obviously we were talking about the Ishods, but
you often find there's better quality control, don't you?
Yeah, on like SB Dunks, I usually, especially pros.
Yeah.
We've got Zoom Air unit in the middle.
Yep.
And we've got those. They usually have like straps in. Don't they, in the middle to hold it together?
Yeah, they're there.
Very nice. I think the colour blocking confuses me a little bit.
Yeah, right. Well, it's funny because the colour blocking is really similar to the Nike SB Dunk Low Chicago, which they released a while ago, which is really high in demand. I think people really like it. It's not exactly identical. It's kind of just a bit inspired by it, but I think that may be where the hype was when they released originally in 2021.
Yeah.
Mate, these were selling for like 200 plus.
What, resale?
Yeah, and whoa, and now they're kind of like 130.
What are they retailing at?
110, which is nice.
Which is nice for an SB, especially.
Nice for an SB, yeah, because recently we've seen some SBs that are like 120 to 130.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have. I mean, the originals were 110, so why not?
I don't mind them. I think the colour blocking confused me a bit, and I think it's the same even with the Chicago one. I don't get why the front structure and the back tab. I mean, look at that. Look at the blackout heel tab. Could that not have been purple? Or the Nike lettering.
It could have been purple or white.
Yeah, like
not black.
Why did? Yeah, like I don't know why it's blackout. It confuses me a little bit. I don't not like them. The colour blocking confuses me a bit.
Mate, that's kind of surprised me, because when we had the other court purples and you were obsessed with them, and I thought these would really be a bit of you.
Yeah, they're just a bit mismatched.
Oh, man.
Like, the black tick runs all the way across the purple. The black, like, upper. And then there's just this random splash of purple. Like, I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me. I can
see where you're coming from.
Doesn't appeal to me. But we'll put them aside.
There you go.
And we've got a final one, which another dunk, of course, and Dunk Week, like Shark Week, isn't it?
Yeah, Shark Week's every week, bro.
These are
on Discovery Channel, man.
These are women's Nike Dunk Low Valentine's Day. The official color is white, team red, and Adobe, which is like the rouge or red Adobe. Ooh, well, very nice.
It's
very nice. Oh, big tag.
Oh, mate, you know what these mean.
We know what these mean. Colours may run and ruin your shoe.
Do you want to take the big tag?
I'll take the big tag. You can say that. So I'll give you a quick look first. Very nice. So we've got, is it new book?
Suede and leather.
Suede, yeah. We can never decide if it's new book or suede, but it does say suede on it. So we've got, the swoosh is a nice leather, different to everything else. Whole unit is new book. The laces are very flat. If you take a look at those, then they're unique laces.
They're different to the
very thin,
Valerians.
Almost ribbon-like lacing.
Yep.
Got a big tag, which usually means that suede or new book has been dyed, and the colours might run.
And if you have a look, you might see a few splashes I've got a few.
This says, due to the dyeing process and the nature of suede materials, you may experience some minor colour bleeding on this product. I mean, it's a risk you're always going to take. We're not the first people to find out that suede's run, do you know what I mean? But it's always worth pointing out when they add those tags on.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like they've been doing that a lot more because maybe people have said that the standards might have dropped. For now.
Maybe.
And now Nike are having to like put a little disclaimer out there now because you know
we've seen it recently. We've obviously seen it on a lot more Jordans than I'd like to admit, but just about like the quality of the materials they use and whether it lasts. These are a very Valentine's Day shoe, obviously.
Yeah, you can
they are
tell.
called the Valentine's Day. Do they look really wide to you? Look at them from top down.
I don't know.
Does that look really wide? I mean, let's look at it compared. These are the different sizing, but I mean, maybe not. Maybe they're just...
No. Oh, look at the bottom of yours.
Yeah, there's a big glue mark on it. Look at those, man. Oh, they look really good together, actually.
Quite nice, aren't they?
This together.
So
imagine you were wearing one. Anyway, sorry. No. We're talking about these.
Yeah, well, a little bit about these. These were 120 compared to the 110 for the Valerian Blues. This is because they're a premium Nike Dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Different materials, maybe slightly better materials. You know, I feel like you feel that, and it feels a bit more expensive.
Yeah, especially when they're adding like the big suede on and stuff like that.
Yeah, so these are still available on Nike, and you know, it's just Nike continuing the annual Valentine's sort of drop, and I think they're quite cool. I won't wear them.
No, I like the cool. Change up in the laces.
Yeah,
makes me quite happy when they try to do something different.
Feel the sock lining.
Sock lining.
Nice. I feel like it's nice.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a bit different.
Might be a bit different. Very well might be. That one looks a bit more cross-hatched, whereas these are stitched in lines. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. I don't have a lot to say about it.
No, I thought we'd get them in because it's sort of themed to...
We're coming up to Valentine's Day as well, as my girlfriend keeps reminding me.
Same.
Do you got to ask her to be your Valentine?
Bro, don't even get me started.
Anyway.
Bro, mate.
No, we're not doing it. We're not doing it.
Same as you,
we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Right. So, Valentine's Day dunks. They're all right. They're all right. They feel more general release than certainly the others that we've had in this week. The suede looks good. There is a big glue mark on the bottom, but I'm not that concerned. Like, it's the bottom of the shoe. Cool.
Yeah, can't go... Well, I don't know. I would wear them, but I think if you want to go matchy-matchy with your missus or your... whoever it is,
so
then we're getting them all out.
Well, I was going to do like a bit of a thumbnail-y thing that we've been doing recently. But to be fair, sometimes I don't even use them. Sometimes I just use whatever I want.
Are we there?
There you go. Cool. So, out of the three, we obviously had Valerian Blues. Is that how you say it? Valerian?
I think it's Valerian, yeah.
Cool. Court Purple, SB Dunk Low Pros, and we also had the Valentine's Days. Now, which one do you think manages itself into the Soul Cube this week?
You know what? I think it's the Valerian Blues.
I agree. So, fuck these. Fuck this.
As if we're getting rid of SBs for normal dunks.
I know. So, I think the Valerian Blues stood out amongst these three a lot better than I thought it would. You know what? A lot of it is. I really appreciate subtle changes to stuff.
Yeah.
Like, even just having the red logo, like, and how the red pops out from the rest. I've just... It blows my mind.
Yeah,
I'm impressed by it.
Innit?
Qualities are nice. I expected a lot worse in terms of quality. Like, we were seeing people kind of at the end of last year and at the end of the year before buying Panda Dunks, and the quality was just piss poor. Like, they were crumbling at the front, weren't they?
I'd love to see what they do as soon as you put them on your feet, though.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I mean, you had a pair of the lottery Dunks, didn't you, for a while, and they didn't crease that much.
They weren't as bad. I think there was slightly different material on them.
Yes.
Nonetheless, they weren't.
But what do we do every week? We commit a pair to the Soul Cube. Max, if you would not mind, while I tell everyone about Soul Cube. This is a Soul Cube. You know all about Soul Cube because you watch us every week. If you are not subscribed to Firmed, what are you doing? What are you doing? We post videos every single week. What's going on? Anyway, I'm here to talk about Soul Cube. Soul Cube is the ultimate sneaker storage. We genuinely put a pair of shoes into a Soul Cube every single week. They're not that expensive either. They're actually really well priced. And if you want to save more money off them, of course, you can use code FIRMED or just go to that link that I put in the description that I write every single week. Use the link. Save yourself some money. What's the point? There we go. Wonderful stuff. But also, if you're watching this YouTube video now and you're not subscribed to the channel...
You've got to do. Basically.
You've literally got to do. We post every single Friday. What are you doing? Right. Anyway, I'll do that. I'll stop the cheesy ad read now. But thank you very much for Soul Cube for hitting us up again. We're always here to put a shoe in the Soul Cube. And I'm making a list. The Soul Cube firmed list. I'll call it something creative when it comes to it. But thank you very much. So that's the unboxings done for this week. The Dunk unboxings. I'd like you to appreciate the amount of colours I'm wearing right now.
It's cool, man. They look nice with
very colourful.
Caught purple as well.
Maybe. I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm trying to test out my drip.
Your drip.
My drip. Because we are going on tour.
Lads on tour.
Lads on tour. We're going to the KicksnCoffee Sneaker Festival at Big Penny Social in London on the 4th of February. This isn't another ad read. I'm just telling you where we're going to go. So if you want to rob us...
What?
Right. So we are going to the KicksnCoffee Festival and wearing... That's what it's called, KicksnCoffee. We are going to the KicksnCoffee Festival and we're actually really excited about it. Big up to Joe again for inviting us down.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen all the stuff we've been posting all over Instagram,
follow our Instagram.
20 plus coffee and sneaker vendors. Yeah. Ant Sales is going.
Ant Sales, big
Ant Sales, we know Ant Sales. We met him a few times, a few events.
Met him at the
Crepography event. Loads of independent brands. Come down, support. Use the link in the description of this video right now to get yourself some discounted tickets. Or, if you're watching this in a short form video, use the link in our Instagram bio in like a link tree form. Get yourself the £6.38 for a ticket. What are you doing? And I can exclusively announce as well that we're going to be running a giveaway.
We are.
Well, you can win yourself a free pair of mystery shoes. Mystery shoes. So, here's the deal. We thought long and hard about this, haven't we? About what we're going to do. Because we want to give back. We're attention whores as well, so we want everyone crowding round us.
Yeah, well, we're going to have fun though, don't we?
We absolutely do. So, chuck me that box. This isn't going to be the box. We're going to be carrying around a box all day. Not like this, something a bit nicer and a bit fancier. We're going to be carrying around a box all day. All you need to do is guess what is in that box, and you can win a pair of shoes. They're not going to be to your size. They're not going to be what you want. But if you can guess what's inside them, you can have them.
Well, they might not be what you want. You might.
Maybe you really want them. But what I'm saying is...
It's a free pair of shoes.
It's a free pair of shoes. You don't like it. Go sell it at one of the many sneaker vendors that are around you when you get them for free. All you have to do is guess what's in the box. We'll announce it later on in the day, probably on like Instagram Live or something like that.
Yeah.
Make sure, if you are coming down, make sure you are subscribed to us on YouTube. You follow us on all socials like TikTok and Instagram, because that is going to be a requirement to enter the competition. So sign your name down. We'll sign your name down, sign your Instagram handle, and then you can guess what's inside. And that's an exclusive here first on Firm Fridays. The event takes place in 2 days from here on Sunday the 4th of February, Big Penny Social in London.
10 till 4.
10 till 4. Get your tickets right now at the link in the description.
Bosh.
How do we do?
Good.
Pretty well. Let's get rid of this box. I'm going to make a cool box for it. I don't have any time because we're travelling so much, but...
Make it in the car.
I'll make it in the car.
Just block my line of sight.
Just
get the sellotape out.
Yeah. You ever seen Simpsons movie where he blocks the view with the Alaska map?
Mate, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Alright, maybe we'll watch it. We can watch it. So... That is unboxing's done. That is. What else came out this week? Sorry, we missed it.
Yeah, no. So just real quick. The Air Jordan 6 Yellow Ochre, the Yellow Ochre colourway returns.
Ain't bad.
I'm not asked about sixes. 190 quid, probably sat everywhere. I hadn't checked, but they have anyway. Nike Dunk Low Brazil releases today, or has released today. They released a little bit earlier in the week at 7 Store, I believe, and they'll be £120. So we'll try to get them in to talk about next week. I won't talk any
all pairs
further.
You can pick up fairly easy as well. So
we're
going through isn't a crazy hype release. It's just stuff that's come out that we wanted to talk
100%.
about. But that's kind of like the weekly roundup. let's go to the news section.
Yes.
It's hard, right? Because we want to unbox as many shoes as we can.
Yes.
We have limited time. And sometimes we just do more unboxings than we do news. We've got a decent chunk of news this week.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I want to start off with the hottest event of this week.
Let's talk about it.
What about these Lorenzo OGs? You know more about this than me. I was just following it on people's Instagram stories.
Yeah. Wow.
But go for it, man. You know the drill.
Yeah,
You've got the notes in front of you.
Yeah, so 2 UK exclusive Air Max 95s.
Limited to how many pairs?
50 pairs.
Per colourway.
Each colourway. So the Dusk, which was the white pair, and 50 pairs of the Volcanoes, which was the black pair.
Yes. So UK
incredible.
designer Lorenzo.og is his Instagram handle. Announced two, the Air, what was it? Air in Colour exhibition.
Yeah.
Last week, we spoke about it on last week's podcast. We didn't really know what was going to go on with it or what was going to happen. I don't think we could have expected what was going to happen, to be honest. Like,
really cool.
A really unique release. Something that I'm very excited to think about when it comes to the end of the year awards.
Yeah.
And it was only January when this was happening.
Yeah.
So 100 pairs of 2 colourways. There were some friends and family ones as well.
Was there?
But they obviously weren't shown at the event or anything like that.
Yeah, so, it's quite hard, because I tried to look at, I could try to find, content of people there, and I couldn't see too much.
Yeah.
I wanted to see sort of inside the event a little bit more.
So,
I saw a little bit.
Yeah, there was a queue system, similar to, it was in Soho in London, so similar to a lot of drops in Soho. You've been Supreme, you've been, everything. There's a queue system. Everyone got handed a Tony's Chocolonely bar. So, Tony's Chocolonely, actually, and I think it's an Amsterdam brand. We went to the museum when we went. But everyone got handed a bar, which was unique to the event. It actually said Tony's Chocolo-G, like OG.
Yeah.
Inside 100 of those bars was a golden ticket to access the shoes for retail. Guess how much the retails these were for these 95s? 110. Mate, for 100 pairs,
that's crazy.
You're saying they're going to be 110? That's mental.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's so for the culture, isn't it?
Yeah. A cool touch on that was the golden ticket had a got 'em on it.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
amazing. The golden ticket also had a queue number, so it wasn't just like everyone rushed to the store after that. You were assigned a queue number, and then you could jump in.
Keeps it organised.
Keeps it organised. It's got to be like that as well.
Especially with something so exclusive like that.
Yes.
Right?
They are going crazy on eBay and stuff like that as well.
Man.
So big ups, genuinely, congratulations to Lorenzo and the team who organised the whole event. Well, amazing if you managed to get yourself a pair. But genuinely, such a for the culture event.
Yeah.
Everyone there was really happy for the art of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you see there was a big picture of a load of individual shoes? Or
in the exhibition.
I'd love to know more about them because I don't know if they're past releases of the samples or.
Well, there was some past release
in
there.
there.
Well, there was some Stussies as well, like the Stussy Air Maxes.
Right.
I could be wrong on that design, but I'd love to know. I don't know if it was just. Well, it was all Nike, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
I think it was all Nike.
Anyway, there was a lot going on with it, and. Air in Colour. Yeah. So there was a lot of Nike basically going on.
Oh, mate.
I wish we knew more about it, man.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's one of those where you had to be there.
You really had to be there, didn't you?
To get more sort of insight to what was really going on.
It was an exhibition as well, the Air in Colour exhibition, showing off the patented colourway which they have.
There's some off-white bits there, 100%.
Yeah, and they're the Stussy ones.
Yeah, right. Oh, mate. Oh, they look mental. All of them look mental.
Take a look.
Wow.
Just search it up. Air in Colour exhibition. I'm sorry we don't have too much information, but I really wanted to highlight it because great news.
If you go on Foot Patrol's website, footpatrol.com, there should be a really good article on it. I'm on it now, and there's a great insight into the pictures actually.
That patented colourway is amazing, by the way.
Yeah,
the purple that bleeds all into yellow and orange and stuff. I'm crazy about that.
Yeah, there's some. It looks like there's some apparel as well.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. But congratulations to the whole team, Nike, Lorenzo, everyone who's involved. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, wow. I could look at that. Them colours are so satisfying.
Moving ever so slightly on to news in terms of Adidas, because we're not just a Nike channel.
No,
Bjorn Gulden, CEO of Adidas, announced today that they will not be writing off the existing Yeezy stock. So we will be seeing more Yeezy stock this year in retail.
We're back
How do
again.
you feel about that? We are back again.
And we're back again. I think it must have been like October when we last touched on this.
We were crazy, yeah.
Oh, whenever it was.
So how are you feeling about Yeezy coming back? I'll give you the numbers and everything that's gone down in a minute, but what's your initial thoughts?
I think it's got to happen. I think from a business point of view, from Adidas point of view, they've just got to get rid of this stock. They can't take such
100%. I mean, if you go back to previous episodes, we've been saying this. This isn't new to us having this opinion about what should be done.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Like, they can't write off.
Especially when, like, they say all the money goes to charity as well.
Well, they're not saying that this time.
Ooh.
Well, they're not saying it, but that's not the words that have been said from Bjorn Gulden.
Yeah, obviously, if they're going to carry it on like they were.
Yes, obviously Bjorn took over Nike. Bjorn took over Adidas from Puma in 2023. But looking at the numbers, what Bjorn's actually said is they will be sold for at least cost price. Those are exact wording. So it might be that
cost
they're selling
to make them.
Yes, but there's a difference here. So you're not gonna get Yeezys for 40p or whatever it costs to make them. But what that means is on a supplier chain kind of way that they will be cheaper to go to retail stores such as like JD or Size or places where we actually saw loads of Yeezys popping up last year. We were seeing Yeezys in Size last year on the website. Do you remember that Size launches drop? It was like midnight.
Yeah.
Like no one, obviously it got botted to shit, didn't it?
Yeah.
But no one knew about it but this is it. So this is what we kind of realized maybe Adidas has been doing. They reduced the cost of the Yeezy on a supply on a wholesale level to get the stock through. Now the existing stock amounts to about 300 million euros. Obviously it's euros. Adidas is based in, I think it's Germany.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot. There's 300 million pairs. Adidas only posted their profits for last year and they only had 238 million in profits, which it's a massive company. That's amazing, right? That's profit, operational profit. But they've got 300 million worth of stock left over and they only earned 238 million last year. Now, when Adidas were posting their like company projections and things like that and their strategy, they hadn't ruled out writing off that stock and just getting rid of it. But now the CEO's come out in a release and said, "Look, we're not getting rid of them."
Yeah, I feel like it was quite quiet for a bit, like over Christmas and stuff like that. We haven't really heard anything.
We haven't heard a lot of Yeezy, other than the Yeezy pod, which I've got a bit about in a minute. But, but yes, we will be seeing more Yeezy releases this year, and I'll be honest, I bet they're going to be in JD. I bet they're going to be the whole JD group. So we're talking Size. We're talking
shout out Hip.
Probably not Hip.
Yeah, mate, they've had Yeezys in there.
Have they really?
Yeah, man, I
Hip,
remember.
Foot Patrol.
Are
they JD group?
Yes, I believe.
I think they are JD group.
Same as Size app, innit, really?
Yeah, they've got the same interface. So I bet we're going to see them this year. Don't know when, obviously, but it sounds like what they're going to be doing.
It's going to happen.
So look for your smaller launches when you're going for the Yeezys. I think we'll probably have a Yeezy week on the confirmed app again, which I actually loved. I won't lie.
Who knows? We might have some Yeezys in this little queue.
Who knows? Who knows? Speaking of the Yeezy releases, the Yeezy Pod finally started hitting consumers.
Is that the sock?
The sock. We spoke about the sock coming out a few weeks ago. It's a sock.
Yeah. It's a lot of money for a sock, isn't it? Like 200 quid.
So I saw. Now I'm not going to take this as what it is, but what has been happening, and I'm a big fan of Kanye, in terms of his art, just his art. No, I'm a big fan of him as well.
Come on, man.
But where was I going? Yeah, people were saying like it is a sock, and you can kind of see through the material, that, and the other.
Yeah.
It's a confusing one because they're not widely spread. Like you're not seeing them as much as you're seeing other Yeezy shoes.
No.
So it's hard to report on properly unless we got them. But
that's a lot of money because you got to pay
Customs, and they only come in 3 sizes, like 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not going to backtrack on the Kanye thing. I do like what he does, but I don't support any of his crazy opinions about those things. I just want to point that out.
You've got to walk on thin ice when you talk about that.
I'm not even trying. Like, I just don't want to be like, you know what I mean. I'm that guy. It's not that age to do that, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, the Easy Pods, they're around about. Look on Reddit. There's a lot of posts on there of people talking about them who've actually got them. Good and maybe negative comments as well. But
it's just quite interesting, isn't it? It's quite a crazy
absolutely. They are strange, and I think Easy will do a few more bits going on now that they're hiring more designers and whatever.
More design.
More news.
A little bit more news.
Moving on from me digging myself a hole. Kanye.
The Kanye hole. So I just saw these today. Nike are releasing a new Air Max, and it is called the Nike Air Max DN.
DN. Do you know what that stands for?
Dynamic Air.
I didn't think you'd know, and I didn't know, so that was fun.
I got you. Yeah, so Dynamic Air. Pretty crazy. I think I showed you a picture of them just before we started, and they are really futuristic. They look like a really futuristic roadman shoe.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit of Nocta from them.
Oh yeah, mate. They look like the Hot Steps.
Yes,
a little bit of the Hot
a little
Step,
bit of that, a little bit of just that really smooth kind of side, rather than like a proper silhouette.
Yeah. So I saw today the anthracite colour for the first time, but there was one called the Vault, which was released. Official images of that one was released last week, and they are hideous. Yeah, so I don't know, pretty cool. I thought I was going to mention it since it was pretty relevant. It's going to be the front runner for the Air Max Day this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's Air Max Day?
26th of March.
Nice, coming up soon.
Yeah. So coming up soon. It's going to be 7 colourways lined up this year. So
love to see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're a bit of me, but
no, definitely check them out though, because we were saying on our end of year awards we want to see some new silhouettes this year that are going to break a few molds and things like that, and this is genuinely what they're trying to do.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's good to see. It's really good to see.
Yeah, so
they look expensive.
Yeah, they do. They probably will be expensive.
I feel I didn't get like a 110 vibe.
Yeah. 110's not even 110s anymore.
Yeah, no.
But you normally have like the air bubble at the back of the shoe.
Yeah.
That's been replaced by pods.
Oh,
They're called pods.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Slightly different
little
air.
circles at the back.
Oh, yeah.
That's the air unit.
It's a slightly different air unit that we've seen.
Yeah,
we've seen similar on different things, but
yeah, I mean they sort of switch it up across like the Air Max Plus, the Vapor Max.
I was going to say it looks similar to Vapor Max, but not the same technology.
Yeah, so quite interesting. That was just announced today, and I saw that, and a few mixed opinions on them because it is quite it's a new silhouette. It's a different looking silhouette as well.
Take a look at them though; they're quite nice.
Definitely.
Quite nice.
Don't know the prices yet.
That pretty much wraps up news.
Yeah.
Just because there's not a lot going on, we are entering, I think, high season. I think soon there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff going on. There's going to be a lot more fashion weeks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing a lot more unboxings. But I think news-wise, that'll do. We'll have a lot more news next week.
To be fair, it's more news than we've had for like the last 2 weeks. So
there'll be a lot more news next week when we are fully reporting on KicksnCoffee. But we'll save that. We've got a proper interviewer microphone now. We're going to be doing some proper interviews. It's going to be class. What have we got coming out in... I feel like we've been going on quite a while,
It feels like it.
What have we got coming on? What's the next few weeks?
Well, the 3rd of February. I am really looking forward to this.
That's today.
The 3rd.
Oh, no, it's tomorrow.
The 3rd. Tomorrow. The 3rd is Saturday.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Firmed Friday.
It's tomorrow. Yeah. So, on the 3rd of February, we have got the Air Jordan 3 Craft in the ivory colourway.
Seeing good things. Good things. I just
Yeah.
don't want to see no tumbled leather.
No. I saw a first look, and there's some cool details on there.
Yeah, I did see the first look.
Can't wait to get them in.
Absolutely.
We're going to get them in. And then on the 6th of Feb, we've got the Air Jordan 1 Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year we've been talking about every single week, so it's good to finally see some bloody releasing.
Yeah, so they've loaded on the sneakers app, and they're £145.
Class.
no Spizikes as of yet.
No Spizikes yet. It's all right. We'll see it.
No, on the 8th of February, we have the Nike Kobe 8 Protro in 2 colourways, the Radiant Emerald and the Court Purple.
Nice.
So-
Do you see some Kobe Valentines as well? That
Are they? Is there a Kobe Valentine?
Yeah, they were like reverse Grinch Valentines.
Oh,
I don't
yeah?
know how official they were, but they looked really, really nice. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Well,
I don't know if they're coming out
No.
soon or if they're like just slated for whatever. But
Yeah, well, we'll look out for that. So 2 colours, Court Purple and Radiant Emerald.
Lovely.
I feel like Court Purple will be the most hyped.
yeah, it's Lakers. Isn't it?
Lakers colours, you know.
Yeah.
Price to be confirmed. And then, so these are releasing in the next 2 weeks now. So, we're sort
Pushing
of
it.
talking. Yeah, pushing it a little bit, but it's worth mentioning. On the 15th of February, we've got the Trophy Room Jordan 1 Aways.
I love these.
Mate.
I love these. I don't want to go too into detail right now because they're 2 weeks away and we'll talk next week.
Yeah.
But Trophy Room stuff, I'm a big fan of. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's Michael Jordan's son who runs it.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, so they're, I think, £120.
Marcus Jordan, I think it is.
So they're £120, which I thought was quite cheap.
Yeah, no.
I feel
that's
like the price might be revised.
Cool.
We'll see. And then the biggest one of the month, maybe
Mhm.
the 17th of February, we have the Air Jordan 4 OG Bread Reimagined.
Bread reimagined.
Wow.
As I say, I don't want to go into too much detail because I want to have a proper talk about them when we get to like the week
We're
before.
saving ourselves.
Otherwise, we're just saying the same stuff. But another massive. That's the release of the month, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I put on the notes. Is it too early to mention these? But I think it's sort of.
They need mention. It's the start of the month.
Yeah, I think
so.
them two, the Trophy Rooms and the Breads, they're going to make an appearance in the upcoming releases.
Yes,
on the next
absolutely
few. So
lovely stuff.
yeah,
there we go. That cuts episode 13 of Firmed Fridays. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, man.
Genuinely, we are going to be in London on Sunday. So hit us up on Instagram if you just want to come hang out or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You want to meet up or the sneaker
100%.
event. If you've got any questions or anything that you want to see us ask people or ask some of the vendors there, hit us up as well. But until then, thank you very much for tuning in. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. Follow us on everything. You know the drill.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you very much. Peace. Have a good weekend.
See you in the next one.